right, cool. So basically, I think that negativity is one of the biggest scams on this entire planet, right? Not because it makes you feel bad or because it makes you feel a certain way or because it affects your whatever, but because it basically just steals your time. It uses your time, but just like wastes all of it, right? And if this video found you, then all I ask is please do not let negativity fester inside of you or be around you for another year. Before you say anything, I get it. We're in July, it's hot outside, and the sun is shining and everything like that, right? Yeah, but again, people let stuff bother them. They let negativity bother them all year round and don't really matter. So, but just hear me out. Just hear me out. All right, let me ask y'all this question. Have you ever replayed an argument in your head from like your friend, your mother, your brother, your sister, your cousin, right? Have you ever wasted time doing that? Or have you ever wasted time being worried about uncontrollable things like, I don't know, like, it being hot outside like, or how much does, gas cost now, right? Or have you ever spent your entire day just angry? Or or maybe your everyday just angry? What I'm getting at is basically negativity steals your time. To reiterate, it steals your time, right? And it wastes all of your energy. And if you let it affect you, you will just remain stagnant. You will remain in place, right? Okay, cool. Let's do a little trial run through, right? Right? Let's do a scenario. All right, cool. So, let's say let's say you have a cousin named Darren. Now, you and Darren get into a heated argument over something small or big. It doesn't like really matter, right? Okay. Now, weeks go by, months go by, and eventually 3 years go by. And then you and Darren reconnect at the family reunion. But then you realize one thing. You're like, wait a minute. Derek, not Derek. Darren changed. Darren changed. What happened? Maybe he had a kid. Maybe he became a father and had a son named Lil Darren. Now he's Big Darren. And you didn't meet Lil Darren because you were mad at Big Darren because of what he said to you during the argument. So you missed your own cousin being born because you were mad. Or maybe Darren and his business finally took off and now he's rolling in dough, right? Or maybe Darren got in the church and he got really close with, his faith, and now he's a church preacher now, right? Okay. Or simply maybe Darren got into the gym and now he's all jacked up. And now he's all buff and he got a pack of abs and he walking up to you like, "What up, cuz? What up?" Right? And then you realize like, "Wait a minute. Did I remain the same?" Right? Because the whole time Darren was out here living his life, he was out here working. He didn't let that argument bother him, but you did, and you remained stagnant, right? And you feel that, and it bothers you so bad because the whole time you're like, wow, I could have just gave it up and did my own thing and became successful in my own right. Ain't that crazy how we just let negativity just rule us unconsciously? Because, like I said before, you were upset, he wasn't. Darren moved on, you didn't. You remained on the couch, working at the same job, making the same money, but you mad though. You got nowhere with that though. You got nowhere with that negativity, right? Okay. Now, the thing is, okay, the biggest cost of negativity isn't that it makes you feel mad, angry, whatever, right? Is that once again, it steals your time that you will never get back. Like, you basically serve a prison sentence, but just for yourself, because while you're doing your angry prison sentence, your negativity prison sentence, that person isn't. They're out here living life. They're out here being like being like Darren. They're just enjoying life. They're working. They're grinding. They're doing whatever. And you only pay the price for getting, what's the word I'm looking for? You only pay the price for subscribing to negativity. There we go. That's a quote. That's a quote. Right? But here's the scariest part about negativity. The scariest part is it does not destroy your life, but all it has to do is just waste enough of your days, enough of your months, and enough of your years before it fully makes you stagnant once again. And that's crazy to me. That's crazy. That's actually insane, right? Scenario number two, which I'm going to use a personal scenario, right? So basically, before I started making gaming, not gaming content, what am I talking about? Before I started making motivational content, right? I used to watch news news gaming content, and a bunch of the people that I used to watch were kind of negative, right? Everything that came out for a game was negative. If the game had a female character in it, negative. If the game had microtransactions, negative, which is a bad thing, but negative, right? If the game had this or that, it was negative. It was never a positive story. It was always negative. And then one day I just sat there and I was like, what is this even all for? Like, why am I letting this person get me riled up? It's like 9 o'clock in the morning on a work day, and now I'm fired up, riled up, ready to fight someone over gaming news. Nah, no. So something had to change. So eventually, I found a video that basically changed not my life, but basically got me on the right path. Um, and that was AB's video where he basically was like, the video is titled "Why I Don't Listen to Rap Music Anymore." That video ultimately, like, just by me finding him, that rescued me from that endless rabbit hole. So there you go. That's number two. All right. Number three. Let's say you're on Facebook and you see a post, or if you're on Twitter and you see a post, or if you're on Instagram, you get the gist. Let's say you're on social media and you see a post, right? Okay, and you reply to that post, but then somebody replies to what you said, and it's a very nasty and mean comment. So naturally, that makes you feel very angry, very upset, and you let this person make you upset so bad to where it ruins your day. And you gave this person power, right? And you don't even know who they are. They already forgot who you were. Like, they already moved on. They forgot who you were. You did not forget them though, and you gave them power. They don't even have a profile picture. Your whole day is ruined, and you take that out on the people like in your household or outside or whatever. When basically you could have just unsubscribed from negativity. You could have just ignored it. Again, not even like again, but the way that I look at negativity as well Negativity and misery, they both love company. They both love crowds. They both love the attention. They both love the outrage that people have when they feel misery or like right. They both feed off of that. Don't subscribe to either or because it's just not worth your time. It's a waste of time. Like it's crazy that people don't think about it this way, but it actually is it actually really is the case though. It really is the case, right? Now here's the thing, and I did write this down because I wanted to get the proper wording so that you guys could have just understood fully. So here it goes, right? Negativity isn't dangerous because it hurts. It's dangerous because it convinces you that your attention belongs to someone else, to another place, or another thing, or anything of that nature, right? Your attention becomes your time. That time becomes a lifetime. So don't subscribe to negativity. It's just not worth it. It is just not worth it. Your attention deserves positive things. Like like this video, for example. It deserves that and not negative stuff that you see in your life, right? Because life doesn't stop when you're angry or bitter or if you subscribe to negativity. It keeps on going. Darren kept on going. That guy on Facebook kept on going. Life just moves on. And if you subscribe to negativity, you just stay again, you just stay stagnant. You just remain the same, right? Um, but let me ask y'all one final question. Before I go, let me ask y'all one final question. That question is, if you're currently feeling a grudge or a regret, or if you have lingering feelings of that person that you used to be and you hate that person now that you used to be, right? Let me ask you, how much more of your life are you willing to pay for that? How much more negativity do you have to subscribe to in order for it to just go away? Because the answer really is like never, right? But what do you have to do, right? That's my whole thing. Because once you answer that question, I can almost guarantee you will feel differently about how you view negativity, and you will become more aware of how you view negativity, right? So ultimately, I'm glad that you found this video. I'm glad that you found this video, right? Again, please do not let negativity take more than it already did if you subscribe to negativity. All right? So with that being said, if you got anything out of this video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.